Hey everybody, can you all hear me in chat? Can you all hear me in chat?
Mic test, mic test. What the hell's going on?
I don't know.
Okay, you're going through.
Okay, thanks guys. I'm gonna be giving it a little bit just to see who else shows up. But welcome for those of you already shown. Let's scroll up and see who all's here. We got Dutch Doyle and Dutch Doyle discussion in the house. Welcome, my friend. We got Lady Dragon Blood. We have Keeping It Criminal. And oh my God, if you didn't see his performance last night on Kenny Klein, it was legendary. We also have American B. Savage. Thanks for coming, bud. We have Gary 111. We had Vlad. Welcome, Jimmy, the man down under. Welcome. We have Hell's Angel here. Ginger Sweetheart. Izzy. Lavender Mexican. Odin, who's also up on panel. Archangel. Gary in the UK. And Chris Casa. And Sasquatch. Welcome, buddy.
Howdy.
Joe Samuel.
Hey, Sass.
AK Twin Mommy. Simon. Everybody, welcome. If I missed you individually, I'm sorry, but welcome to the show. Are you there? Are you there, Sasquatch?
Yeah.
All right. How's Charmin today?
It's been good. He had three eggs. He had 3 chicken eggs this morning.
Cool, cool.
Is Tormund sitting like a hoe?
What?
It looks like he's sitting back with a cigarette in his mouth and chilling, with his legs wide ass open. Oh no, he's moving.
All right.
If Hank would change the perspective instead of this up and down stuff, you'd see more.
Hey, Vilified, how you doing? And can I get a mod to take care of news now, Houston? We don't need lies being spread in the chat.
Done. Somebody beat me to it though. Hey Hank, you want to change the pictures? Yeah, much better.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
So put the dog over me. What the hell?
That's my dog. That's my watermark.
Yeah.
Cute dog.
There you go. Feel better now?
I was just being sarcastic.
And so was I. Hey, what I'm doing this panel for, if any of you are unaware of the fact that Schrodinger's cat, his channel got in a 10-day period got 5 different strikes. Um, an act of gang striking by some butthurt auditors that are apparently unable to understand the fair use rules. If their attempt to take his channel down with this tactic, none of our channels are safe.
Vilified Freedom's got struck 3 times too.
Just recently, or is this?
Yeah. Just recently.
Sorry to hear that, Vilified.
For all you guys that are preaching, yeah, we're fighting for your rights for free speech, they sure don't seem to like free speech.
Yeah, a little bit hypocritic, isn't it?
Hypocritical, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Vilified, if you want, you're welcome to come up and fill us with any details that you're wanting to put out. If not, that's okay too. So, Odin, what's your take on what's going on?
Oh, copyright.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
okay. Oh, go ahead.
sorry, I was just trying to answer the question. I think the cowards that are copyright striking the SC is a weak way to silence freedom
Well,
of
they,
speech. Yet kicking people out of your panel because you disagree with what they're saying is just equally as coward.
and they don't understand fair use and all that. So I'm pretty sure Schrodinger's cat is going to win every one of them. And you know, if these accounts keep making these false strikes, well, then their channel will get taken down. And I don't think they know that, which is kind of cool because they don't read the rules of YouTube. They think
No,
they know already.
no, they don't. Well, they do it like they cherry pick the laws. They pick out the pieces they want and can use to their advantage and ignore the rest. That it's pathetic to me.
Yeah. Cheeky Monkey did a great video today. An absolutely great video.
I'll have to watch that. Watch that later. I love his content.
Yeah, there's one auditor that went into a post office and got kicked out, and they called the police. And the sergeant basically went in and read poster 7 and explained it to the guy.
Yeah, that would have been
And
one of our Sue Happy auditors. Was going by the name of Legalized Drugs and has since changed his name to Pro Se.
no,
Or are you talking a different one?
yeah, this is 10-point program 703.
Okay. Well,
Maybe he changed from Pro Se to this.
well, no. Legalized Drug just changed his name to Pro Se yesterday. I'm not sure if he just misspelled pussy.
But yeah, he filed his own federal lawsuit, and it's going to get kicked down. It'll probably get denied because he didn't use any legal advice, or I mean, it's completely ridiculous the way he's got it wrote out. I mean, and Cheeky shows all that. It's a fucking excellent video.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check that out later today.
Kick, you should definitely check that out. You guys do a good show on it. Hold on. Let me grab it. I'll put the link in chat.
Yeah, Sass, did you watch Kenny's panel last night?
No.
Oh, fuck, you missed a good panel. A great panel. Sorry, Hank.
Yes, I agree. I mean, Kick. I've always loved his loved him on panels and his content before, but last night he outdid himself. Speaking of which,
There you go, Kick. It's in the main chat.
Hey guys, how's it going?
hey, Kick, welcome.
Wow.
Glad to be here. Glad to be a part of.
Yeah, we were just talking about your epic performance last night with putting Rogue in his place.
Yeah, so today I was scrolling through the Discord channels and Rogue was in Masshole whining after the debate that he rambled and he was mean to me and hurt my feelers. And so I read through and, you know, I decided to call him out. And I said, hey, man, it must be real nice to sit back here and talk some shit in text because you couldn't handle yourself like a man in a debate. But if you decide to get educated, why don't you come back and hit me up? And, of course, he wanted to go on and pretend like he understands what he's talking about, which was great. And so Degen and Helen Keller and Corrosive Commentary and I just gave him a second dose of what he got last night, and he just proved that he didn't listen to anything anybody had to say. So suffice it to say that he didn't learn shit. And he has no interest in learning anything that goes against what he talks about. When he goes to Artie or, you know, Kenny or Polly, his interest is not, hey, I could be wrong, let me learn from my mistakes and talk to people who have a more worldly view of what we do. It was, I need validation for my stupidity, or I need more people to subscribe to my stupid channel so I can continue to be stupid. And so I've made the conscious decision, and I'm making the statement that Rogue Nation is fucking irrelevant.
I gotta jump in here real quick. His ego, like on both sides of the fucking fence, is writing a check his ass can't cash.
Exactly. Anything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. And if it's not a lie, it's a deflection because he won't answer a question with honesty. So, yeah, that's kind of the decision I'm at. And it was a spectacular meltdown that I had last night. There was one person who was present there who made a few statements I disagree with, and those of you who were there probably saw them. Eyes On, who was in chat.
I believe that's pronounced ass on.
Yeah. And he, they, whatever their pronouns are, made some comments on Kenny's stream stating that I was a rambling mess, that I had no credentials to teach, that I'm in the same boat as Vogue Irrational, and the reality is that there is a huge difference. For one, I already have completed an associate's degree, and I'm well over 75% completion on my criminal justice. I've maintained a 4.0 GPA since 2017.
Oh, is that all?
I've made the dean's list every single fucking semester. I am a Mensa member. I have a lot of things going for me in that realm. And as such, based on what I've already achieved, I have the credentials to be an educator where I live. I've chosen not to because it's not the profession I want to seek.
But knowledge isn't credentials?
No, no.
And only a 4.0. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know. I could probably do better. So,
You
What-
underachiever, you.
well, ADHD does have its perks. But no, it was a little, it wasn't pleasant to read some of those things, but the reality of the situation is that he basically projected, and I'm just using he loosely for eyes on because again I don't know who they are. They basically projected what the auditors do onto me, and that's purely because they don't understand the concept of having their own words, processes, and methods used against them.
Well,
So
yeah, I find it ironic that he would have been making comments that you were rambling. If anybody's familiar with any of his multi-page comments in people's videos about nothing, he's one to talk about rambling.
yeah, especially since it took up the whole screen to read his fucking comment.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it was spectacular. My heart rate actually reached Artie levels last night, so I'm proud of that.
I noticed that.
153. So
Didn't know coming up on a panel was going to be a cardio workout, did you?
no, but you know what? My Apple Watch was really cool about it because it's like, hey man, you did some great exercise tonight, and I'm like, you have no fucking clue, watch. So, but no, when it comes down to the strikes and what the auditors do, the main thing behind it is not based in any form of legitimacy. We're all well aware of that because the people who are abusing this system already abused the system in place for the laws. And they put that on display. We're fucking with their money. I don't want to use the term educating so that way Rogue Nation can't say, well, you don't have credentials and I'm going to go cry into my law books that I can't fucking comprehend. But I want to inform people that there are idiots in the world who do stupid shit and they can't they can't continue to do so because the next law that's going to come out is, I don't know, what, the Rogue Nation law, where we start arresting people for being provocative asshats.
Oh, he's already partially to blame for some laws being passed in Florida, isn't he?
I would imagine, considering that Florida's got the wonderful Holly Weird of Rogue Nation and Andrew Sheets. Great minds, right? It seems like Florida's got a lot of fantastic people.
Yeah.
But anywho, I'm great. Lady Dragon's Blood, I appreciate you asking that question. I have renewed my purpose in school after that discussion with Rogue last night. And if anybody tells you, that they're inspired by this or that or the other, I want everyone to know that I am inspired purely by spite.
Oh, that's the best kind of inspiration, isn't it?
And kid, if you don't become a lawyer, there's going to be a couple of guys coming to your house putting a foot up your ass.
Well, good luck finding me. But I do plan on becoming at least going to law school. I may not go and take the bar, but I do want to go to law school. So,
Well, why don't you just take the bar before you go to law school and see if you actually have to?
I don't think that I'm going to pass. I'll tell you that much.
Isn't that what these auditors seem to think what lawyers are? I mean,
well, auditors don't think much about lawyers unless they need them when they get arrested for their dumb shit. And usually the only thing they think about lawyers is how can I get my sheep fans to pay for them, or I'm going to need a public defender because, I don't have a real job. But sovereign citizens are the ones that really, them and Morse, focus on attorneys being members of the bar association and all that other flowery bullshit that doesn't jive with reality.
They're
So
British agents or something. Shit.
yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, it's
No, I enjoyed your video because it is a crock of shit that YouTube is doing this, and yet the video that some of these guys got taken down for, and some of them are horrendous, are still up.
Yep.
yeah. And let me just make a brief administrative announcement. In my description, I've got links to a link to Virgo Triad. From my understanding, they are in the process of moving into their new home after the complete loss of her home. She's got four of her 5 dogs back. I've heard the rumor that they've got a track on the 5th dog, and they've got a new puppy.
Cool.
I'm really looking forward to seeing her back online, and so I hope the best for her. And if anybody wants to go to follow that link to her GoFundMe and help her out, I'm sure she'd be very appreciative.
Yeah, I heard she was still in the door of the house as it was burning down, trying to get dogs or whatever out. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, and there's also links to Schrodinger's Cat, Schrodinger's Nation, and some other channels that if we get to them, I've got videos planned on to take breaks from discussion and enjoy the dumb.
I just want to give you an update on the legalized drugs nonsense. Because I'm just gonna call him Dollar Store Pitbull from here on out. Except he probably couldn't count to 4 in Spanish. He did a video yesterday. It was about an hour and a half long, where he was talking some heavy shit, and I was fortunate enough to become a resident in his in the apartment complex that is his mind. And as soon as he started making some disparaging comments about Schrodinger, specifically talking about how he's saying that he was a sex offender and things of that nature, we're fortunate enough to have great people in this community like Road Pirate Films who already had his channel being monitored by robots to download those videos. And before he could mark it private, we got the whole thing.
Good.
So I am working on that video for Schrodinger, and I'll be submitting that to him before I go on vacation here in a few days. So
I look forward to that. I was sent a copy of that video by a Marvel girl. Unfortunately, the audio in it was not that great, so I chose not to put that in the lineup.
yeah, no worries. I'm gonna do some audio cleanup, and you know how I do when I do these wonderful videos. The one I did about Page B, the one that I did for Artie's Out of Context Screams. I'm gonna make this hilarious, more so than it already is.
And I'm looking forward to it. I love your work. I hope when I start getting videos out, I can get mine to a fraction of the level of yours.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'm just some dude that copies and pastes a cartoon caricature of himself all over the screen because I watched too much Foamy the Squirrel back in the days of Flash animations.
Well, it works for you though.
Yeah, it seems so. I will not share specifically where I'm going on vacation, Tani. It's just part of the anonymity, but I will tell you this: it will be in the South.
Planet Earth.
Hey,
It'll be in South United States.
hey, Hank. I thought you had an age limit to get up here.
AKs of age.
Oh no.
So
Shut up.
how'd you get up here, Odin?
I want to wonder that too, but you know.
And Odin's just pissed off because he can't be playing with his peanut butter crusted fleshlight.
No, look, Rogue Nation was peddling some bullshit again, and he at least said the first honest thing I've heard out of his mouth. He's in between harassing the public, and he enjoys a good chuckle, and he's off to harass the public defender. Glad to see that. I don't care. You're fucking irrelevant.
Now
Anyway, I've got to run, guys, but I just wanted to hop up and say hello. And I appreciate the support last night while I was verbally dressing him down for the world to see. So,
Yeah, appreciate it again. And I'm about to be showing your short that you put out the other day that you had everybody that you're at. We're asking for people to mirror. Anything you want to put out about that before you take off?
yeah, just real quick, as part of that short, obviously we're calling out YouTube to start holding these false strikers accountable according to the terms of service that we all agree to. That's the reason that we don't strike channels without merit, because we don't want to have the hammer come down on us for doing something, that's wrong. But when people like these auditors, like Driggle Eyes Lugs and Rogue Nation and fart-free audits and stupid garbage victim audits, those people already do wrong things. So you can't expect them to do the right thing. So what I've been doing is every day I go into Twitter and YouTube has a great tweet that they'll put out, and then I will respond back in kind to what they say and link them to that video with the hashtag Keep YouTube Accountable. And I am spamming it everywhere I can. So we as a community, I would ask that we start doing that to help make a difference, make changes, and have them realize that robots do not do a human's job. So.
Yes.
All right.
We all have a great day. Be well. Be good to each other. Take care.
Drive like a maniac.
have a good one, kid.
All right, Kick, and enjoy your vacation.
Thanks again, and see you, Kick.
Yeah, if you guys aren't sub Kick, he puts out some really excellent videos.
And we'll see a little bit of that in his shorts if y'all haven't already seen it.
Hey, it's Kick. Did you ever feel like starting a YouTube channel? Might not want to. You see, YouTube has a spotty track record recently regarding their TOS, and it seems that they prefer to ignore blatant misuse of the tools provided to content creators. Take, for instance, the case of Schrodinger's cat, who received 5 copyright strikes within 10 days as a concerted effort to destroy his channel by people who claim to be about free speech. Then take a look at what an individual who goes by the YouTube channel name Innocent Auditor, who decided he was going to destroy a very small channel who had some brand new organic subs that they earned through promotion by other large channels yesterday. He lied to YouTube and told them that this small channel bought their subscribers. And because he can't be held responsible for his actions or words, he's hidden all of the content on his own channel. I'm starting a hashtag movement here called Keep YouTube Accountable. Make sure to share this video out to everybody so that way we can. Have a great day, be well, and be good to each other.
You got to put that link in chat. Okay?
Yeah, just a second.
I hope he got his talk last night with Rogue Nation cut up so he could put it on his channel. And give Kenny a shout out too. It was just mind blowing.
I just posted a link to my mirror of this, but Kick's link is in is in my description. Please show brother some love and go and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. He's a great guy.
Absolutely. All right. I'm going to take off. Hank, thanks for having me up.
All right, Sasquatch. Thanks for coming.
See you, Odin.
Have a good one, you fur butt.
Yeah.
And leave the dragons alone, you pervert.
I'm telling everybody to ban you from posting line links in chat. So take that.
Leave the lizard alone, you furry butt.
Don't go bird on him.
Nah. Sasquatch used to be an auditor, and he's seen certain people in the so-called First Amendment community be real dicks and asshat, and he's like, fuck it, I'm out.
Well, I have yet to find an auditor that I think are actually doing anything to protect our rights or anything constructive with their auditing. There are some auditors that I see that cause no harm, but they're very far and few between.
Yeah, Southside Slacker.
Yeah.
His early days were rough. His mature days, 100% turnaround. He was a better auditor or activist.
Yeah, with Southside Slacker, at least he is he's one of the ones that I enjoy watching. He does bring some things to light, but I consider him more of a cop watcher than an auditor.
Yeah.
And there are legitimate cop watchers out there that I can get behind their message.
Yeah. What was I going to say? My brain just blanked. I like him because he'll allow people to say anything because he supports the First Amendment within TOS, and he'll allow his chat to chew him up, allow other people to use their free speech.
Yeah. I've got the link pinned if there's anybody else who wants to come up. I mean, even if you want to try and put up a case in defense of the frauditers that are doing the gang striking, you're more than welcome to. I doubt you'll make a dent in my mind on what they're doing is wrong, but you're welcome to try. And if anybody wants to give their opinions on what they're doing and ways that we can band together to bring awareness or actually combat the shenanigans they're pulling.
Kimber, yeah.
Hey, Kimber. For other folks, El Sancho, MJ, for the rest of the folks that have joined, and you're all welcome. Glad to see you coming in.
You got the frauditors that e-bag for money, then you got the auditards where they just fucking ego-driven, don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. A lot of them are auditards.
Yes.
About a good 80%. Then the 10% are frauditors. I can agree with the cop watchers as long as they don't become the story. If they just film 100 feet away, 20 feet away and just filmed and be the tripod and capture everything in sight within means, not private information and shit like that, but everything a normal person would see walking gets, then that's a good cop watcher.
Hey, my two bagels, welcome. We got my two beagles, then we got Dutch with his two bassets.
I thought it was my two bagels. Oh, no, it's beagles.
Alrighty then.
Play on words on,
Uh-huh.
oh,
I've
Mike,
heard the bagels and bangles and a lot of
yeah,
other things besides beagles.
yeah, the Mike guy called her bagels, and I'm like, what? It's beagles.
Yeah, earlier King Leo said Rogue Nations was a master of deflection. Well, he's also a master baiter. He baits quite well.
Yeah.
And too bad I don't have a soundboard for the wah 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 wah.
The whole wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah.
Yep.
How come Dutch ain't up here?
He's been looking forward to somebody coming into the chat that I gave him full permission to smack the crap out of on site. Okay, got someone else coming up. Hello.
Hello. Sorry, my cords are all over the place. I just
Yeah.
wanna give my 2 cents into this because a lot of
Okay.
people on the Discord are saying I'm not doing much, I'm not making videos. But to be fair, I have a job. I don't have the time to make videos on complete idiots. I just want to say whoever is doing this kick, I believe his name was. I like his channel, and I love all the channels that unfortunately got struck in this situation. But this is what Kick is doing is not going to do shit, and I'll say why. Markiplier, who has over more subs than any of us combined, made a video basically telling YouTube to fix their system, and still to this day, nothing has happened. Nothing has completely happened to YouTube. I don't know what honestly advice I can give to anyone aside from putting public awareness not on YouTube, but telling citizens, about these auditors and what they're doing. YouTube does need to be fixed, and I was one of those people like Kick that says we need to hold YouTube accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's going to be done. I hate to tell you guys this, but unless Google and YouTube's partnership goes away, and unless these auditors don't make money, YouTube doesn't care. That's why some of these channels are still up, because all the income comes from half of YouTube, and YouTube gets money. They go nom 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 nom, and they go, well, we guess we can keep these guys up because they're giving us money. And before I hear people say, oh, but SG make videos about people, getting harassed, pepper spray and all that. You know what channel is still up that has a guy that is very fucked up in the head?
Mouse.
Onision. I rest my case.
Yeah, I can name several that I can't understand why they still have channels up. Welcome back, Kick.
Hey, Springfield.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. I apologize. I didn't leave like chat. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm hearing my voice in my head. I forgot to mute the YouTube tab.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hey man, look, I appreciate your candor there, and you're right. It's very unlikely that what I'm doing is going to have an impact on YouTube. The focus of this is to show something that the auditing community doesn't have, and that is solidarity and unity as a community. From the way I see it, they're too busy eating each other. When you've got Floyd and Roth at each other's throats, Pulliam and Roth at each other's throats, EGC, John Gray, he hates just about everybody. You know, how is it that they can do these? They can coordinate these things in such a short time, but it's always in these little, almost, what you call it, Valley Girls in a nightclub bathroom camaraderie, if you will. It's short-lived. It's a couple hours long, and it doesn't maintain. So the purpose here is a show of force and unity as a community against them, not necessarily a change within YouTube, but a just an action to show them that we have something they'll never have.
Yeah, and no matter how.
And again, listen, I honestly hope it goes well, because honestly, I want something done about this as much as all of us do, because this kind of stuff pisses me off. I'm just saying, well, let's put it this way. Unless like some people go to Google and say shit, I don't know how unity is going to be enough, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I know this is not the exact same issue, but again, I point to the Markiplier video he did where he had his fans try to tell YouTube that this is bullshit, and nothing has been resolved since.
No, I totally get that. This is more of an intellectual dick waving contest, really.
And
that's the stance I'm taking on it. And I want to let you know, I have no delusions of grandeur. I'm just some jackass sitting behind a couple of screens making some funny videos every now and again of people that do stupid shit. Outside of that, you know, I'm just a guy. I'm not important. I'm another, you know, wheel in the machine. So, you know, this doesn't come from a stance of, oh, whatever I say is going to have power behind it. It doesn't, you know, but that's the reality of humanity. It's fleeting. And so you don't know what will work if you don't try something. So that's just my stance. And I'm not arguing with you. And I really appreciate your standpoint on it, man. You're level-headed and very, unapologetic in your direct statements. And I like that about people. I wish more people were that way.
Oh no, trust me, dude. I have for years. I was one of those people, but the video I made about it isn't up anymore, unfortunately. But I made a video a long time ago saying the moment Google signs that dotted line on YouTube, shit is going to go south. And it has. Your
name in the Masshole Discord made me think you were going to Rogue's stance, and for a moment, second-guessed.
My name is a parody, dude. My name's a parody. It's a parody of like all these News Now things. It's Springfield. It's Springfield. LOL is the name of the Simpsons.
Okay. So I was looking at it, and that's why I ended it with kisses, because I do that to John Gray whenever he disagrees with something with me. It's just a small little jab in the ribs.
Oh, so you can't, by the way, you can't have me believe that those guys are at war. Sorry. Every auditor to me is basically another person that tries to lie. Yeah. So I'm always like skeptic if they're just like faking a feud or what.
I have no idea what's going on, especially since Roth and Gray Roth and Warden showed up with Floyd over at the jail in Texas. So he could turn himself in, and yet they were supposed to hate each other.
And Roth and Pullian are once again taking long walks along the beach.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll read poetry to each other.
Yeah, that's why I said, dude, that I don't. Every time I hear Extra Good Citizens say, you know, oh, I'm not associated with them anymore, I just go, well, yeah, you know what, you know, water's wet. I don't believe you. Sorry. Yeah, it's just how it goes.
Anyway, I appreciate it. I just. I didn't mean to just barge in and throw the door open.
Oh, no, it is fine. It is fine. I technically called you out, man. Honestly, if anything, it's my fault.
Oh, no, it's cool. I'm just sitting here doing work, and I'm like, who the fuck is saying my name? Oh, it's that Springfield guy. I got to figure out who he is. Is he legit? So, yeah, no, it's cool, man. Anyway, all right, back to work. Y'all have a great day. Much love.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Kick.
Gotcha.
And before Kick came up, I was about to say that, in Kick's defense, that it might be a slim chance. Like, I have no delusion of grandeur that my little stream here is going to have any effect on what's going on with Schrodinger's, but damn sure going to fail if we sit on our ass and do nothing.
Yeah, I hear you. Trust me, you got to at least put some action before you, do something, before you even get something on the floor. So I mean,
yeah, and who knows? These little drops in the bucket might get noticed by bigger drops in the bucket until there's enough money on the table for YouTube to actually take notice.
yeah, I would honestly, dude, if I lived next to Google, I would have had Kick or Schrodinger send me like a note, because you can actually send mail to Google if you live next there. So, not that I'm encouraging everyone to go flood Google as much as I would do it for other reasons, but I mean, you can't do that. So,
Let's not have a do not call and give the number out.
no, I'm not. I don't.
Not a
Dude,
proof tactic.
you can't even call Google, even if you want to try. Google takes you to like a labyrinth of it takes you to a voicemail, I think, that goes, hey, if you want to go to do this, go to www.soandso.com. Like it doesn't even matter if you have the number. There's like no direct number to go to like a Google office or anything. That like the only way to get anywhere near Google is to take like a piece of paper envelope and put it in their mailbox as literally the only way to contact them.
Yeah.
I don't know if Schrodinger or Kick live where Google's headquarters are. Again, I'm not encouraging people to do that, but
I'm not even sure where Google's headquarters is anymore.
Yeah, it's just that's literally the only way to contact them at this point. So.
Yeah. Well,
Oh no, and trust me, I will tweet. I will probably tweet about this issue because I've tweeted a lot about YouTube's DMCA bullshit, not just on the auditing stuff, but on gaming, sports, everything as a whole. So I've said this once, I'll say it again. Google is a shithole. Google should not have signed with YouTube. And this is what unfortunately happens when you have Google with YouTube. It's just a pile of shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop talking for a little bit so I can give the other people on the floor. I know Jack Rabbit and some other person just joined, so I'm just gonna jump in when I need to. So
yeah, welcome Glenn, welcome El Sancho.
Hello, El Sancho. How you doing, Hank?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Glenn go first to bring some insight. Go ahead, Glenn.
Yeah. Well, I kind of agree. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to agree with the news now. No, there's several of these, like, frauditers need to go. There's several other people need to go, need to be off the YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
May I chime in if he's done?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have an issue with this holier than out watchdog mentality. I have done both. I've been a part of both. I've audited, and I've been a part of the watchdogs. There are snakes and sharks in both tanks. So if anyone thinks their shit doesn't stink, they're fucking wrong. There's backstabbers with masshole. There's backstabbers with everybody. So let's understand and realize that it's one group's doing it. With that said, the gang mentality of striking channels, it started with like News Now Houston. He trained a lot of people on how to do it. It happened to me. My channel got shut down once. It's disgusting. It's deplorable. It takes away the freedom of speech, but it falls back on like YouTube and the platform that YouTube is. If YouTube is going to allow it and continually allow to get like bullied, then we're just throwing our cocks against the wall hoping to come. It ain't going to happen. It's the platform that we're on.
Yeah.
And that's why I said earlier, I mean, yes, we could be sitting here saying all this stuff, and I've said it for years about other subjects that isn't Evolve auditing and how bullshit it is. but I've lost all hope to the point where I sit here again and say, and again, I reiterate, I am not encouraging this at all. This is only a suggestion, nor is this is literally just a dumb idea and pop in my head because it has worked. There is a TikTok of someone getting this done by just doing the same method, by emailing Google's headquarters, by sending mail and saying, listen, there's a channel on your platform named Schrodinger Cat. He's getting attacked by a bunch of people who do more heinous shit, and you're letting it happen on, you guys' watch. And all you guys do is have bots dictate, how it goes.
Yeah. And the robotic system to verify the claims has got to get fixed because Schrodinger's cat is not violating any terms of service. He's not. What he does falls square under the fair use. But gonna take another little break from the discussion here. Got another video. This one is from Schrodinger's cat. It is on the formerly known as legalized drug, now known as per se. Oh, let me do this the right way.
Let me see if there's anyone in. Oh.
All right, here we go.
Citizens do. It's happening, guys. You cyber citizens. I know all about the Golden Bridge and how fraudulent it is.
They hit me with a really strong dose of OC spray.
I want to speak to you, death soldiers, now. I know the laws, buddy, and I'm waiting for you to do something wrong so I can sue you in the office.
I pay for that uniform. I pay for that car. I'm the taxpayer, right?
Hi, folks. Today's idiot is our old friend, legalized drugs. I agree with drug legalization, but I don't agree with stupid. This dummy actually reads poster 7 and shows it to cops, and even after they read it back to him, he still doesn't get it. Maybe he should stick to drugs and stay away from post offices.
And here you go. You see this little device right here? Well, I'm going to show you something right now. Now, some people are...
I tried to tell the postmaster there's rules and regulations of poster 7 that allows us to do this. He did not want to look at it. I advised your both officers about the rules and regulations. They didn't want to come in and take a look at it as well. Okay. While I was coming in here to gather my stamp, which I do still have a receipt for, even if I didn't need to buy anything, I still can be out here filming. I had people come up to me and say, why am I filming? I didn't engage them, sir. They engaged me. I don't know why else you guys would be called here, sir. Okay. So, and that's where we're at right now. If you don't mind, sir, I could take a look at the poster 7 that allows me to do this.
Poster 7?
Yes.
Why don't you just explain to me what that is right now before we walk over there?
It allows me to basically film anything in the corridors, walkway entries in the building as well.
Sure, let's go look at it.
All right, I appreciate it. I didn't know why it takes a supervisor for 2 other people to take a look at it.
This is going to be really embarrassing for him, but he's going to be too stupid to be embarrassed.
Well, I asked them. I wanted to come up and meet you.
And they haven't. I asked them 6 times, sir, to take a look. I'm sorry, I'm lying. Now it's 5. I didn't want to waste your resources coming out here, sir. And this is really disgusts me. People wear gloves and they just leave them in the parking lot. Where's our manners at? After you guys.
Sure. Thank you.
You following in too, Mr. Garcia? So you can get. You're gonna stay out. You don't want to learn today. Right over here, sir.
Okay.
These are the rules and regulations of what we're allowed to do. If you want to take a look at poster 7, which allows us, look at the photography and news purposes over there.
Sure.
Oh, I do apologize about that, sir. Didn't see you there.
Well, I'm reading it here for you. It says that photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings, except where prohibited by official signs or security force personnel or other authorized personnel or a federal court order or rule.
I'm sorry, Sergeant. Can you repeat that for the benefit of our dim-witted friend?
Except where prohibited by official signs or security force personnel or other authorized personnel or a federal court order or rule. So based off of that first paragraph, it says it has to be for news purposes or auditoriums when used for public meetings. And the catch is it says unless prohibited by official signs, security force personnel, or other authorized personnel. Now, I'll check with the postal inspector, but I'm pretty sure he's going to meet that definition of other authorized personnel.
All right, so authorized personnel and all that, that's being like, I can't film behind those doors.
No, it's not saying who you can't film.
Okay.
It's saying photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrance, obviously, except where it's meaning you can take the pictures, except where it's saying
I cannot.
Correct, by either a sign, a security force, or another authorized personnel. So a sign can tell you you're not allowed to take photographs on this property. An authorized personnel can tell you that, or a security force.
We found it, people. The first reading of poster 7 that was not performed by a watchdog. Let's see what Cocaine Cletus does with this newfound information.
Okay, and the reason why I'm still going to stay in here and take pictures is because those policies don't trump my First Amendment. The First Amendment allows me, I'm the freedom of the press. I'm allowed to, in public, videotape wherever I want, okay? Unless I am trespassing. The eyes cannot trespass.
Then why did you even bring up poster 7? You moved the goalpost as soon as he shot down your poster 7 nonsense.
So where does the limit extend to? What if it was after hours?
Of course not. But we're still in hours here, sir. I mean, the only time I would not be allowed in here is if they're closed.
But you said it's your building. If I own a building, I can go there whenever I want. It's almost like you don't actually own it.
Now, if he has that little gate open, that little door right there, the frame, I can stand right here and videotape. It's their job to cover everything up.
Well, I'm not going to get into a debate over what the First Amendment allows or doesn't. That's kind of up to the courts. I'm going to go after what their posted sign here says on their property.
Okay, so then
says that another authorized personnel has the authority to tell you that you need to leave or stop photographing.
Okay, so then I'm gonna put you in a very tough situation, sir. I'm gonna stand here, or we can just put the cuffs on me right now. Those are the situations that we're gonna be in, sir.
We're not there just quite yet.
No, because then I'll put it this way. I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm done talking. I'm gonna give you two options.
If only that were true.
Stand here in my building that you pay for as well, and everyone else in here, or we're going to put the cuffs on me. I'm going to reach in my pocket to get my other camera. I'm going to set this down here.
Did a GoPro?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if it'll capture it from you.
That's fine. Pick the poison, sir.
Well, I have to go get the postal inspector first. Let me go get the postal inspector because I want to make sure, in accordance with our Commonwealth's attorney policy, that we actually have the property owner and manager in presence.
Why the hell are you wearing blue gloves? That's what I want to know.
Can you come out here, please, sir? Are you?
Yeah. Why the gloves? I guess it's a COVID thing, but I wish he would actually follow his threat and plead the fifth. Hey, Degen, welcome to the show. If you feel up to it, I got the link posted. Love to hear your take on this mess. All right, and let's continue on.
The postal inspector for the
No, supervisor, sir.
You're a supervisor. Are you the highest ranking supervisor working there right now?
Yeah, the postmaster is in there.
He's what?
He's in there. The postmaster is in there.
Can you have him come out here, please? If you want, you can be at ease.
Nope.
I'm just saying you don't have to hold your arms up the whole time if you don't want to. You could also, if you want, you can just be casual.
Hey, Hank, can you pause it for a sec?
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Go ahead, Glenn.
Yeah. Well, you know, one thing he said, kind of draw your attention. One, whoever the head of that facility, ain't they, the worker can call the person that head that facility, can call and get on the comm, or they can get command.
Well, the officer asked them
where
to
they.
Yeah, the officers asked him to go get that person, and that's what we're waiting on now.
Oh, okay.
Anything else, Glenn?
Go ahead.
All right.
You have your alarm today, sir. We got domestic violence, and you guys are still here, right? Domestic violence, and you guys are still here wasting your resources on me, allowing to do this.
I'm not wasting resources.
I listen to the scanner all the time. From this time of me, you know what the highest rate is? Domestic violence and suicide rates. Right now, it's going on, and you guys are still here with me with the camera. You understand me? This is crazy. Domestic violence right now.
My. Complaining about wasting resources, yet he goes and provokes the postal staff to call the police and get this response. Really cares about what's going on, doesn't he?
You guys are messing with me.
We're not messing with you. We got a call here.
And I'm going to get that report before I leave, sir. I want that incident number. I already asked Mr. Garcia for it. And this guy still hasn't stated my name. I don't even know if he works here, sir.
Well, that's why I asked for the although I'm sure he does. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? My name's Sergeant Brad Cadver. I'm with the Prince William County Police. How you doing? We're just trying to stay in accordance with what our Commonwealth's attorney has asked us to do. We read your sign. It was pointed out to us, the rules and regulations saying that filming or photography is allowed unless posted by a sign or security force or other authorized personnel.
Correct.
I asked for the highest ranking supervisor here in the building. Is that you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was told that you guys wanted to have this individual who's not chose to tell us his name identify himself. Is that true? Is that what you would like?
Yes.
Have him leave the property?
Yes.
Is that
So right now you're assessing a trespass. You are telling him to get me off
No,
the
I'm
property.
asking him if that's what he wants us to do.
You're
Do you not want him trespass?
No, I don't want him. No trespass. Is that what happened?
Yeah, he was just here filming and then the customers were giving him sex.
Yes, I want him to remove.
So you want him trespassed and removed from the property and the curtilage thereof?
Yes.
Okay. All
Okay.
right then.
Here we go, sir. This is the option I'm
Okay.
putting you in.
Well, sir, you've been informed.
I can't trespass a building that I own and you own as well.
I'm just letting you know before we charge you with trespassing that you have been notified by the supervisor. What was your exact title, sir? Acting postmaster of this location. And he has told you he doesn't want you in the building or on the curtilage thereof in the presence of local law enforcement. So we're going to go ahead and do our job as we are instructed to do. You're more than likely to take up this dispute in court as you'll have a court date, and that's where you can contest based on the ideas that you have. Okay, and whether or not you feel it's a violation of your First Amendment rights, that's what the purpose of the trial is for.
I'm just gonna sorry to cut you off, but I am gonna
That's
cut
fine.
you off. I hate when people say sorry to cut you off and they cut you off.
Understand.
Has he taken a look at his own rules and regulations?
I'm not. That's not my
Okay,
responsibility.
sir, can I get your name, please?
Sir, I got you leave the building, please.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. Listen to this. I'm gonna leave the building on a threat, but I'm gonna let you know this is a public building. I'm gonna stand right here in public.
Well, I said the curtilage thereof, so it means anywhere it's the curtilage of the property.
So
of the
now you're
post
kicking.
office.
So you're trespassing me from a public spot.
No, I'll tell you where. I can show you where the curtilage ends.
No. I know that's. You
I'm
know
just
what?
trying to help out.
No, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna stay right here, sir. I'm gonna put you guys in this type of situation.
The curtilage is right here where the public sidewalk is. You can still sit there and film the building all day long from there if you like. But the parking lot and the building itself.
I'm gonna put you guys in that type of situation, like I said earlier.
You aren't putting them in any kind of a situation. They're all going home tonight. You're the one that's going to sleep in a cell because of your lack of reading comprehension.
Here we go. I'm not leaving.
So you're refusing to leave after being lawfully told by the property owner in the presence of local law enforcement that you want to stay on the property. Is that correct?
Sir.
I'm just asking if that's what you want to do.
If
you don't, you would be walking out with this.
I want to stay on my building, the building that we pay for.
Okay. The building your taxpayers pay for. This building right here, you want to stay in it right now.
Yes.
After having been told by the supervisor of the
To
building.
leave my building, yes.
And by the local law enforcement in their presence. So you want to go ahead and stay here?
Yes, to leave. This is my building, sir.
At this time, you would then be considered trespassing. Are you willing to leave the property?
I'm not willing to leave the property.
Are you
sir.
a Virginia resident?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay.
Not willing to leave this property. I'm going to put you in this type of situation.
Since you told me you're a Virginia resident, once we identify you, we can go ahead and release you on a summons.
I'm not.
If you're willing to comply and then leave the building.
I'm not willing to give you my name, sir. I
Okay.
haven't committed a crime.
If you're not willing to stop the act, we'll have to take you into custody and bring you before a magistrate. Do you understand that? Okay. I'll let you set your phone down so it doesn't get damaged at this point.
So we'll do it right out here, sir.
Sure, we can do that, sir.
Lemonade.
Oh, sorry about the ad.
You guys know the rules and regulations. You know this is not right, sir.
Well, I'm acting on the rules and regulations as they have posted and as they have
Listen,
noted.
listen. Do you understand what I'm doing, sir?
I do. Yeah, I'm very familiar with this.
When you were an officer, you were swore to uphold the Constitution. Is that
That's correct.
All three of you guys, right?
Mhm.
What I am doing is not wrong. Now I have to prove a point. Now I'm about to go to jail right now to prove a point, and I'm pretty sure you guys know exactly what type of situation I've been in with you guys before. If not, you guys would be well aware of it. I've not committed a crime, sir.
Are you the individual that was arrested for wearing a mask out by County Complex?
You're exactly right, sir. You guys
I'm
know
well
exactly
aware of that.
who I am. And you guys
Well, I
know
don't remember your name, to be honest, off the top of
and
my
you guys
head.
know exactly what I do. All right. I already have a letter from the chief stating that those two officers have done something wrong in that situation. I don't want to put you three in the situation. I really don't. Okay. And sir, and please, this is not like a threat that I'm taking it.
No,
I want to help.
No, that's not a threat at all. Underhanded little snaky shit.
All three of us out, okay?
No, and
you think on a Friday I want to go sit in magistrate right now?
I hope not.
All right? No, I don't. But listen, I'm here to prove a point, and you guys are here to uphold the law, sir.
And I'm here making a video about you doing a dumb so that my audience and I can point and laugh at your self-righteous stupidity.
And you've been very cordial with me. All three of you guys have.
I think, I think the main difference between the two examples you had before, the one where you were out on the open complex public grounds of the county complex, out there at the government center, that was an open and freely accessible sidewalk and public area.
And this is too, sir. Sir, do you see where I'm going?
I see where you're
This
going.
is a federal building that taxpayers pay. I
But
don't want to put you in the situation,
It
sir.
is a federal building the taxpayers pay.
Okay,
but at
so
the same
then-
time, they have a sign posted, which you referred me to. You're the one who directed me
And
to.
that allows me to do this. You can't trespass somebody from public.
It allows
sir.
you to do it unless restricted by authorized personnel.
Here we go. All right.
So
I think you guys are putting. Do you want to do this? I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I know you're the head one in charge. Think about this, sir. And this is not a threat. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys know right now. I'm outside. I'm gonna walk back in there. All right. And if you guys want, to solicit.
I just want to give you some options though, because if you want to just record the happenings of the post office, you can stand out there beyond the curtilage.
I'm going to videotape mine and your building and everyone else's building in here. I'm going to go back into my building.
Okay.
All right, sir.
So you're doing this to challenge the legality of their sign they have posted in there? Is that the reason you're doing it?
I'm making sure they know their rules and regulations. I already been here for almost an hour now, and I'm wasting resources. Like I told you, I just heard on your call There is domestic violence right now. And you guys know it, just like I told you guys inside there. Right now, since this quarantine's going on, the biggest calls that you guys are getting, suicides and domestic violence. Is that right?
Well, I don't know. I haven't looked at.
Is that right? Majority of the calls. Stop playing with
those,
me. Yes. And where we at now with me? So how about
the
this?
problem is, sir, so long as you're on the property and the property owner is wishing that you
What's
leave,
what's the difference between that property that's a public property and the property that I own over here?
All right, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Come on, man.
Okay.
We shouldn't have to do it. And what's your name one more time, sir?
First Sergeant Brad Cavalier.
We shouldn't do this, sir. I
I
have
know.
no ill will, man.
I know
I haven't
you
raised
don't.
my voice.
I know.
I have done everything to comply with what I'm doing.
This is the last time I'm going to say it. The manager has asked you to leave. He is the supervisor of the post office, the acting postmaster. If you're not willing to leave the curtilage of the building and go onto the public property down there, we're going to have to charge you for trespassing. If you aren't going to provide an idea and refrain from doing the act further,
What is the
we'll have to
ID?
bring
What
you-
is the ID going to do that's going to stop me from going inside this
The
building?
ID is not going to stop you from doing anything, but it allows us to release you on a summons if you show us that you're a Virginia resident and you're willing to stop the act, as opposed to going to jail. That's what the ID does. It's a charge that's releasable on a summons. So if you're willing to show us your ID and no longer be on the property,
am I detained? Am I
right
being
now,
detained?
you're free to leave if you'd like to go.
And that means I'm free to stay.
That's the stupidest thing I hear these morons say. If I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay. No, that's not how that works. If I'm approaching a one-way street and the sign reads right turn only, I don't get to say, well, if I'm free to go right, I'm free to go left.
No, because he's told you have to leave.
You're telling if I'm not being detained,
You're not being detained by the police, but you're not free to be on this property. So you can either comply with the property owner's wishes and leave the property,
No,
or we'll
stop
have to charge
saying sir. State it
the
right.
property manager, the
Oh, no,
supervisor of the post.
Our property.
Fine, the supervisor of this
No.
piece of property.
Our property.
Okay, well, it's still the supervisor.
And it's mine, yours, his. That young lady that
All
just
right.
left here.
At this time, you're under arrest for trespassing. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Just as a little bonus, let's watch our idiot friend get pepper sprayed. If you like this video and you want to see more stupid in the future, please like and subscribe.
No, I'm going to have to agree with that cop.
Yeah. My hat's off to that officer. Patient as can be, gave him every opportunity to comply at a lowest level before taking it up to the next level. It cut out before we saw if he got his prize bracelets or not, but it seemed like he's about to get them. And pro se, or whatever he wants to be called now, seemed like he was just in a hurry to get down to the jailhouse before he got his free bologna sandwich for lunch.
Yeah. Well, things like that, you see what they don't understand. When they got every right to trespass you and throw you off the property, whether public owned or private owned. The property owned with the taxpayer pay for. And well, put it this way, you gotta abide by what the rules say, and the employees say as well.
Yeah. The whole concept of auditing a post office have never made a lick of sense to me, but I don't know what their issues are with that. But Is there anybody else in chat that wants to come up and put their 2 cents in up here? Or you're welcome to stay and chat and discuss it amongst yourselves, whatever you want to do. Few names I've noticed that have come in. How you doing, Harley? Harlequin and Paige B, welcome.
Hello, everybody in chat.
Yeah. And King Leo, thanks for putting out those links. I mean, we got to support each other. I don't even care if it's an auditor's channel that's throwing a link, as long as you're in here being civil to each other. Your link can be put out on my channel, and we're all free to go and check out channels. Nobody's gonna try and demand that, oh, you can't watch auditors and be a part of this channel. That's just wrong.
No, it ain't the auditor. I don't mind. You got the auditor like Omaha. Does what he does. Don't need be a auditor.
Yeah. Lady Dragon's Blood, you're welcome to come up and say your piece. What is Doofy yelling prostate in the chat? Is he trying to get it massaged again?
That seems like a doofy right there.
Yep. I'd love to see an auditor audit a biker bar.
Yeah, I don't think that would go well with the auditor.
Wouldn't go well for him at all.
Yeah, I see that happening. Yeah, I'm auditing the biker bar, and how I can get my ass whooped. Sorry about my language, but
yeah. Well, I'm sure the bikers would help them out to be able to get their dental care done through the mail.
yeah.
Pick their teeth up off the ground and mail them into the dentist.
I didn't think about that one.
Hey, DJen, if you feel up to it and you want to come up, I'd really love to hear your take on this mess. But if you don't want to come up, I understand. All right, Doofy, I guess that's your opinion, but that's not mine.
Uh-oh, what did he say?
Doofy being Doofy.
Like always.
Yep. Yeah, wanna say thanks again to the folks that I've got in the chat modding. y'all seem to be taking good care of the chat for me. I really appreciate it.
And most all, hit that like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, let me get another video queued up, and if we don't have anybody else coming up. Okay, this next video is another one by Schrodinger's on legalized drug. This time he's not auditing, but he's still wasting oxygen. Oops.
I'm a sovereign citizen, dude. What's happening, guys? You suck. Sovereign citizen. I know all about the gold rings and how fraudulent it is.
They hit me with a really strong dose of OC spray.
I want to speak to you, dead soldier, now. I know the laws, buddy, and I'm waiting for you to do something wrong so I can sue you in the pulpit.
I pay for that uniform. I pay for that car. I'm the tax right.
Hi, folks. Remember this guy from my last video?
Schrodinger's cat, you have something I want, and I'm coming to get it. All right? I want your money, and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
Well, I guess my video set him off because he went on what I suspect is a drug-fueled rant. It was so hilariously incoherent that I felt duty-bound to cover it. So pop some popcorn, get a cool beverage, and settle in, because this is going to be good.
To this day, I still haven't watched any of Schrodinger's cat's videos. To this day, I still haven't watched any. To this day, I haven't watched any of Schrodinger's cat's videos to this day. I swear.
Remember that statement, because it invalidates nearly everything he says in the rest of his video.
This guy presents to his viewers that he stands up to auditors and that he stands his ground, but in private, he folds over and bends over like a paper futon, quicker than a paper futon.
How could you possibly know that in light of the fact that...
To this day, I still haven't watched any of Schrodinger's cat's videos. To this day, I still haven't watched any. To this day, I haven't watched any of Schrodinger's cat's videos to this day. I swear. Schrodinger's cat. Schrodinger's cat. It's a channel that praises, glorifies, and promotes constitutional rights violations. So the channel basically goes and finds videos where individuals have had their constitutional rights violated, either through police brutality, unlawful detentions and arrests, First Amendment violations, and he features those channels on his, he features those videos on his channel and does voiceover narrative praising and glorifying what the police are doing. They say things like, oh yeah, beat him, kick him, yeah, he deserves to get his rights violated, and like they do little voiceovers, like, and when I say they, I mean him and like other channels like him. And what they do is they get videos where not only was there a constitutional rights violation, but the person whose rights were violated oftentimes was exonerated, almost, I mean, not oftentimes, every time. Okay, almost every time, almost. As a matter, I haven't seen a video where this wasn't the case. So every video I've seen on his channel that I'm referencing.
Hold on. What did you just say?
So every video I've seen on his channel that I'm referencing
Why are you talking about videos that you've seen on my channel when just 2 minutes ago you said,
To this day, I still haven't watched any of Schrodinger's cat's videos. To this day, I still haven't watched any. To this day, I haven't watched any of Schrodinger's cat's videos to this day. I swear. Where the officers were sued, he takes those videos, guts out that information. He guts that information from it so that he can have something to present to his viewers that are just like him, that they want to see something that they can hate. They want to see people that they hate be subjected to harm. So he goes and guts the information out that they don't want to see and only presents to them what they want to see. And then they go on these diatribes and these tirades in the comments about, you know, how these idiots who think they have constitutional rights, who think they deserve justice and all this stuff. They're against freedom. They're against the Constitution. They're against anybody that stands for anything. They don't have a cause or a purpose. Schrodinger's cat doesn't stand for anything. He never has, never will. He's not a leader.
I'm not a leader, but just a few days ago you said,
Schrodinger's cat, he's their leader anyway.
Oh. Yeah, Schrodinger's cat, a retired naval officer, not a leader at all, no.
But he's the guy. I mean, those other guys are just followers. Schrodinger's cat's the one that really started all that stuff. So
this is so embarrassing for you and so hilarious for us.
He takes all that out. He edits that out and just shows like the body cam footage or the video of the person getting violated. And then the people watching the video say, oh, yeah, he deserved it. And then they never hear about the lawsuit or anything because they don't want to. They don't want to hear about it. And Schrodinger's cat knows that. And even if you were to tell them the truth, many times a lot of these guys, they're self-delusionists. I've showed them full videos before. The people that watch this channel, I've showed them. I said, listen, he didn't show you everything, guys. He's not showing you everything. I've showed them documented evidence that showed that lawsuits had been won. These people were found not guilty. These cops have been fired. Cops were fired. Cops were sued. Individuals were exonerated, and through mental gymnastics, they did some self-deception, they do that where they convince themselves that even that's a lie or it's part of a conspiracy. It's weird. Their hate is so deep. They're so insecure and their self-esteem is so low. They have to have somebody to hate so badly that they're willing to delusion themselves. They're willing to delude themselves and convince themselves into believing something that is verifiably and observably false for the sake of their ego and their pride. That's all. That's what they're doing. They want attention though. But they don't have anything to offer to get it. So they have to go get it from us.
Why do you keep scratching yourself? That reminds me of someone, but I can't quite place who.
I'm going to show you the 3 biggest survival food stockpile mistakes you can make and how to avoid them.
I'm Tyrone Biggum. I heard that I can win a lot of money and I get a pig testicle done with all the fixings.
To use us to get the attention, which I don't care about that part. I'm not even here to talk about that. Do your thing. I have no problem being a celebrity. I knew what happened. I knew that when I posted my videos on YouTube that I wasn't going to be watching anybody else and everybody was going to be watching me. I already knew that. I knew I wasn't going to be going and watching channels like Schrodinger's cat, but I knew they were going to be watching me and I knew I was going to be the celebrity.
You're a celebrity, you say. With these kind of numbers, you're less popular than herpes.
I already knew that. I'm cool with that. All right. That's how it's supposed to be. All right. I'm supposed to be the guy, not Schrodinger's cat. He doesn't have the personality or the character. He doesn't have the character. Hey, in case anybody wanted to know why I have 2 hats on, it's because twice the camo makes me twice as much of a patriot.
The difference between
just spit my water all over the place with that comment. My lord. I can't believe what that ignorant ass just said.
You and me, Jethro, is that when I worked, I wasn't pretending.
I love Schrodinger's cat. I love you, Schrodinger's cat. And guess what? If Degeneration Nation or all those any of those other channels, if I ever see them again or anything, I would say I love them too.
Seriously, how many contradictory things are you going to say? And we're just getting started.
Keep all that same energy you have when you post videos and you talk all that stuff and you pretend to be this tough guy and you think you whatever. I don't know what it is that you think you're doing. Why don't you keep that same energy? To this day, I still haven't watched any of Schrodinger's cat's videos. To this day, I still haven't watched any. To this day, I haven't watched any of Schrodinger's cat's videos to this day. I swear. The Navy didn't teach you that. All that officer, whatever that SEAL Navy stuff, they didn't teach you how to keep it real. I'm going to teach you how to keep it real. I'm the realest person you've ever met. I'm your master chief. You understand me, son? I'm your master chief.
I don't know a Master Chief that would upload a video with his man boobs hanging out. And by the way, I outrank Master Chiefs. So add that to the list of things you got wrong. Now, everybody, brace yourself. Get out your facepalm protection, because the next thing he says, well, just watch.
Because in the street or in prison, see, you get away with that fake stuff in the military because there's no standard in there. In the street or in prison, that fake stuff that you're doing, all that doing one thing over here in this corner and trying to do another thing in this corner and try to play both sides and doing all that faking with your chest out when people are looking, when everyone's looking, but then when nobody's looking, you get scared and you fold.
According to him, the military has no standards. You heard it here first.
That fake. I'm doing you a favor, Schrodinger's cat. I'm doing you a favor, and I'm doing the world a favor. And I'm advancing character achievement. Okay? I'm instilling character in you right now. And it's because I love you, Schrodinger. Oh, Degeneration Nation. Hey, what's up, man? I love you, Degeneration Nation. I wanted to tell you that. Schrodinger's cat wouldn't have told you that for me.
Run, Degen, run.
I love you, bro. or chick or lady with pronoun. I don't know what your pronoun is, Degen, but you know, I can call you Degen. Okay, if you want, whatever your pronoun is, bro, or ma'am or whatever. I love Schrodinger. I love Schrodinger. I love all of you. Schrodinger's cat. Listen, Schrodinger's cat. I don't know enough about him, his personal life, to talk about who he is as a person.
Remember that he said that because in a few minutes, he's going to talk about me as a person.
I love the police. I don't tear down the police. I advance constitutional and human rights. The police don't. They fight against them every step of the way. I support the police. The police tear us down. The police tear us down. They tear us down. They fight against the Constitution every single day. They circumvent and subvert constitutional rights every day in an effort to satisfy their pride and their egos. So they tear us down. What are you talking about? We're legalizing marijuana. They don't like that.
Hey, Hank, can you pause it?
They can't stand that cops can't use weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one thing about before you telling us thing, well, people who do stupid stuff, well, they get stupid prizes. Go ahead.
Well, he must have done some pretty amazing stuff because he's got more stupid than in that head than those hats can cover.
I agree.
To arrest people anymore. These guys want weed to be legal and people like us to be locked up so bad. These people, look, Schrodinger's cat and Degeneration Nation, these people like them, they think weed is bad. That's the type of people that we're talking about here, guys. They still think weed is bad. You know, I don't know how else to put it other than that. If that doesn't make the most sense to you, then I don't know what to tell you.
I won't speak for my friend Degeneration Nation, but I've said on my channel dozens of times that marijuana and other drugs should be legal. He doesn't know this because
to this day, I still haven't watched any of Schrodinger's cat's videos. To this day, I still haven't watched any. To this day, I haven't watched any of Schrodinger's cat's videos to this day. I swear. No, look.
Hey, for all of those that haven't tried Black Rifle coffee, if you like coffee, you'll love Black Rifle. And they have some hellaciously funny videos too. Go check them out.
Let me tell you something about serving Schrodinger's cat in person. All right. First of all, I respect Schrodinger's cat. I wouldn't just walk up on. First of all, Virginia, here's what I like about being able to serve someone in Virginia. You don't have to serve in person. You can just like tape it to their door. I wouldn't walk up on Schrodinger's cat's property and knock on his door and try to serve him in person. That's disrespectful. I wouldn't disrespect Schrodinger's cat like that.
And we have another contradiction because you said,
me and another individual, we're coming to his house to serve him. We're going to serve him personally, and we're going to put it on video, and it's going to be hilarious. This is going to be so funny, guys. All right. We're going to serve this fool, and we're going to put it on video. All right. Now, if I was going to serve him in person, yeah, you can tape it on the door in Virginia. You can. If I was going to serve him, I would serve him in public. If he was going to serve him in person, I would wait till him to come out in public and then serve him in public, like in a parking lot or something. I wouldn't disrespect him by coming to his property with his neighbors and stuff. I wouldn't want someone, actually, I wouldn't give a shit if someone did that to me. Trust me. I want you to do it. I want someone to do that. Trust me. I didn't say I was going to sue Schrodinger's cat. I said I might sue Schrodinger's cat. And if I do, I might serve him in person. And if I did that, I'd probably do it on video. That's what I said. I'm suing him. I'm going to sue him. And he's going down. I don't care what they say. Now, I'm not going to say I won't sue because, and here's the thing. My claims with Schrodinger's cat, they're not fair use claims, guys. It has nothing to do with the fact that he shared a video. It has nothing to do with that. It's not fair use. It's not. Trust me. And when you guys see, if I do it, if I do sue, I don't know if I am, but if I do, and hey, it might get thrown out. It might, I don't know. Look, I don't take any of this for granted, man. I don't take any of it for granted. I'm not saying I'm a guaranteed win anything. I'm just saying if I sue, right, and when you, even the people that watch Schrodinger's cat's channel and support him, when you see what the claim is, you're going to be like, oh man, Schrodinger's cat made a huge mistake. That's all it was. You're going to be like, oh man, he made a huge legal mistake. Didn't know the law with respect to this, and it's all going to make sense. Okay? It's all going to make sense. And it's not a mistake in the sense that it's not malicious. All right? Because what he did, he knew that what he did, he knew what he did. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, and he knew that what he was doing was purposeful.
I'm going to be extremely disappointed if this guy doesn't actually sue me, because whatever headache comes from it will be worth it just so that Artie, OPT, Natalie, and I can have a live stream and laugh as we read the suit that will be summarily dismissed in court.
Okay? Now, he made it, he thought maybe that what he was doing was legal. Okay? I can't, if I say what he did, he'll start preparing for that, his defense right now. Right? And if he were able to do that, I'm not gonna lie, Schrodinger's cat is one of those dudes that I think is smart enough where if you gave him information, I think he'd be able to do a lot of damage with it. So I'm not gonna tip my hand to him at this point. Okay. I think that he'd be able to use it to defend himself, to develop a stronger defense earlier. And I don't want him to do that because, and it's not that I don't want to disadvantage him, but I want the truth to come out and I want everyone to see the truth first. I want everyone to see the truth first. I want everyone to see the truth in the lawsuit before he starts defending it. Okay. I don't want you to see his defenses before you see my claims. I want you to see his defenses. I want you guys to see everything, but I want you to see my claims first. There might not be a lawsuit. I may have no idea what I'm talking about, man. I may have never won a lawsuit a day in my life, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Never won a criminal or civil case a day in my life and not know anything.
Finally, he says something that shows some sense of self-awareness.
I'm just saying, I used to deal drugs, so I know. That's what I'm saying. I've seen it. I've seen these things. I've seen how untrue and how much of a lie the propaganda is. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Yes, philosophically, I think that drugs should be legalized, but I don't think people should abuse them, because if you do, you'll end up like this guy, in your car, rambling incoherently about some nonsense lawsuit. If you're a young person watching this, stay away from drugs, stay in school, and above all else, if you like this video and you want to see more stupid in the future, please like and subscribe.
All right, what'd you think, Glenn?
Well, pretty right there. I do like the last part. Is straight to the point. Stay off the drugs and stay in school.
Yeah. If just a second. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Alright, let me get the next video up and ready.
Hang on, go ahead and jump down. Thank you, let me up.
Alrighty. Is there anybody else in the chat that wants to come on up? Thanks for coming up, Glenn. Alright, I got one more video to share. This one is from Lavender Mexican. And in her ever ending coverage of the moo cow.
Steady critiquing First Amendment auditor videos, exposing fake news, all this misinformation. Sick of these e-beggars, it got me so frustrated. They are not really activists, acting like they involved. They are not protecting our civil rights. Time to get a real job. Hey, no, they do not speak for me. If you want the truth, well then let's begin. Wake up, come vibe out. Yeah, he's the Lavender Mexican. Let's go.
People who track their feet when they walk. Why are you walking down the road and I can hear this? Lift your feet. Lift your feet. How old are you? You're grown, yeah? You're grown. Oh my gosh.
Press 1 for law enforcement, press 2 for the jail. I need a deputy complaint form. I also had a question about if that's mold on the front door on that wood or what that black stuff was. Oh, well, I don't know. I just pressed number 1 like it says to on this paper. Hello, I'm here to get an officer complaint form, and then I was just curious about what's on the front door. Why? Are you on the other side of this window? Can we just talk like that?
So who's the officer that you want to complain on?
Can I just speak to you face to face since you're right here?
No.
Okay.
So who's the officer you want to file a complaint on?
Oh, do I have to speak to you through this?
Yes.
Why?
Like I said, who's the officer you
Okay, can I just have my complaint form then? I'd rather not speak to myself in a mirrored glass.
Wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bud.
Okay, is it?
Yeah,
it
I
is,
wouldn't want to
sheriff's
speak with her
office
any
deputy?
either.
I don't know. I don't speak to people through a window.
First job I had, Burger King. Hi, ma'am, may I take your order?
If you wanted to come out here, that's great. If not, I'll just take my paper. I just think it's rude to do that.
How rude.
So you told me to press 1 for law enforcement. That's what I did. But then they said I pressed the wrong button.
Yo, I'm shook. I'm shook.
Well, he wouldn't come out and talk to me, but wanted me to tell him who I had to complain against, which is mighty odd.
Wow. You're an idiot.
Strange behavior that he doesn't want to be seen because I cannot see through that glass at all.
You're literally too stupid to insult.
I'm definitely not going to tell anybody about my complaint when I'm literally staring back at myself and can hardly hear them. We're going to find out who we're dealing with today, because that's the thing, if he doesn't give it, how are we supposed to identify him at all when I literally cannot physically see him?
Things that make you go,
I just think it's rude as can be to stand through that glass when somebody requests that you come out and speak to them. Like, yeah, I'm going to trust you with my complaint now. Okay.
That's why it's called a job.
All right, so I've got your forms right here.
Okay.
So here's your citizen complaint against a deputy.
Awesome.
Here's my new wallpaper.
Office. Here's your 2 FOIA request forms.
Okay.
This will have to be a typed letter. It details all the stuff there, and then
Wait, I got to type out a FOIA?
just follow the instructions.
I got to type out a FOIA?
Like I said, follow the instructions.
The thing about Americans that I've thought about the language is that they say they speak English, but they've had to change it to make them understand it more. Go with me on this because I've thought it through. So things like pavement. So they can't
Hey,
work
Mrs.
with
Dromedome.
pavement, so they've changed it to sidewalk. Yeah. They needed more information. They needed to know where they were going to be walking.
Now, if I wanted to remain anonymous and maybe only give my email as a contact info if they need it, that's fine.
Yeah.
I do not need it notarized.
I feel like asking all them questions. Asking all them questions. Why you asking all them questions? Making statements.
Like I said, follow the prompt.
Okay. And what was your name, sir?
Sergeant Wright.
Sergeant Ryan.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Is there any reason you only talk to me behind the glass? I hope you know how terrible it is to try to hear you through this glass, and I just want you to know that it was disappointing. I kind of understand your COVID thing, but your lobby is big enough that you could have stood like 12 feet away.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
But it was disappointing that I came here for a complaint form and nobody would speak to me face to face. I just want you to know that, because you can see my face, but I can't see yours at all. I can actually see my own.
You're quite a creepy person, aren't you?
Yeah, do you understand the problem with that? Especially depending on how major my complaint is.
Okay. So, well, you have a good day.
Hey,
Okay, so next time, are you gonna actually come out to speak to somebody face to face if they request?
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
Is that a no? No? Are you still there even? I see you. You don't have masks on yourself. So next time, are you going to not be intimidating and actually come out to somebody?
No, God, please, no, no, no.
Do you have a lieutenant or somebody available? Hello? You gotta be kidding me. This moron just ruined it.
We've got a badass over here.
Oh, he put that in the way. Look at that, guys. I think we found a tyrant. Deputy Yukis, is there a lieutenant or somebody that's not Sergeant Ryan available? Because Sergeant Ryan, instead of continuing to answer my questions regarding my complaint, and when I come back and such, he just decides to stop talking and shove a washcloth in the window to stop from hearing me or something. I'm not sure what his problem is, but it's highly concerning, and now I feel even more unsafe coming back with my complaint form, especially when the sergeant did that.
When mommy's unstable, I feel unsafe.
So is there somebody above him or somebody that actually is man enough to follow their oath and actually respect the people and our rights? What the fuck? Anybody above Sergeant Ryan, I guess, or anybody below him that acts more professional. Because as of now, I have no idea what he looks like, and I have a hard time believing any of it. Oh, they put me on. I don't know, but it's beeping. Hi, Lieutenant Gosh. My name is Angel, and I'm out in the sheriff's office lobby right now. And I was here to get my complaint form, and I also just kind of asked about that mold on the front door because there's mold, well, what appears to be black mold on them particle boards.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
I was talking about my complaint with Sergeant Ryan, who refused to come out of the window due to COVID, although he forced the other guy that was mopping to be out here with me during COVID.
You serious?
Which makes no sense, but it made me uncomfortable trying to file my complaint and receive my papers, and he wanted to know information about it, like which officer and whatnot, as I'm forced to do nothing but stare back at myself.
Uh-oh, here we go.
So I find that mighty odd, but another issue I'm having is I wanted to let him know that that made me uncomfortable while trying to file my complaint.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again? Do you have time?
And that I wish that he, for the next time, would not do that and would actually respect the people and come out to him and also completely want them to. And instead of responding at all, Sergeant Ryan decided to ignore me completely through the glass, stare at me as he's standing there, and then shove a washcloth thing at the bottom of the window.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
So I have some serious issues with this. I'm highly concerned, and I'm probably going to actually need a second complaint form at this point because that was completely unprofessional, and now I have to fear that I might be retaliated against for even filing a complaint at all.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know why else they would sit there and refuse to do anything, especially a sergeant. So if you could call me back at 815, that would be great.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I'm going to try and get a second complaint form. Hello? Hello? Hey. You're shitting me. I have no choice but to call this guy back. obnoxious. Hello, I'm out in the lobby and I cannot get assistance. And due to the behaviors of Sergeant Ryan, I actually need a second complaint for him. But he is not willing to answer at the window, so now I'm calling you.
And then
Tell Sergeant Ryan thanks for nothing. Well, this one actually I thought was going to be a quick one, but here we are 20 minutes later. Can't see in that glass. Call that fail. At least a compliance check fail. I believe, honestly, it seemed like a 1A fail as well to me, because I feel like he didn't want to come out because of the camera rolling. Can't confirm that, but
I've seen enough. Shut it down.
All right. Hope you all enjoyed that. If y'all aren't subscribed to Lavender Mexican, go show her some channel, some love, and you can see the complete adventures of Moo Cow. She's got quite a collection going on a Cowability Angel. Yeah. All right. Well, been going for almost 2 hours now. If there's not anybody else who wants to come on up, want to thank everybody for showing up. Really appreciate my mods helping me out. Great seeing you in the chat, DGen. And please go check out my check out the description and check out the links I put there. Once again, the top link is the GoFundMe that's still going on for Virgo Triad. I mean, her and her partner have lost their home. They're having to move, lost all the belongings in the home. They're having to move, or they're moving in. They're finally able to move into a new house, but they can use all the help they can get, and she's appreciative as hell of everything that can be that's donated. And I think we're going to go ahead and call this a wrap then. Thanks again, everybody. Enjoy. And please take the information about what's going on with these frauditers attacking the channels, gang striking. Get the word out there to everybody who will listen. Please. Thank you. Have a great day.